I get a thumbs up right there. So what it do, gang? We doing the new moon in Taurus. Let me turn this volume off. We're doing a new moon in Taurus, and this is an exciting moment. I want to help you understand a little bit of the Nakshatra associated with this particular new moon. It's called Bharani. I have Eileen. Who?
Hi, I'm Eileen, Akashic Singer.
We got Eileen, the Akashic Singer, coming in. We got brand new identities stepping up one by one. Do let us know in the chat what your rising sign is so that we can make sure we put a little extra focus, a little sauce on that ting. All right. I also recommend the moon sign. I feel like moon and rising is like, I feel like it'd be on. Not that the sun isn't. Okay. And we're going to pull some tarot cards for you all. Let y'all know off the rip what I have from the Shaman deck guiding this. This is pretty, no?
It's very pretty, yeah.
Yeah. What do you first feel when you see this?
You know, like peace, like embracing the beauty. I'm trying so hard not to see the words.
Sure.
Yeah, like embracing the beauty, staying calm, staying in the moment.
Sure.
Like being present.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's kind of really right on point. It's about embracing a great mystery, and it's about trust.
Woo.
Yeah, it's about trust. It's a card of trust. You see the purple butterfly kind of representing that crown chakra, yeah? And it really has a lot to do with the death and rebirth, which a lot of what this new moon and Taurus is about. It takes a little bit of the energy of its shadow sister, aka Scorpio. And we have a little baby announcement for y'all. I wanted to really bring it to the forefront, that really, and I'll help you understand how it relates to life and death and rebirth.
Really? So this week we made the final tunings.
The final oohies.
For our retreat this year. It's gonna be here in Guadalajara, Mexico, 2024, October. And it's no longer gonna be like couples, like you don't have to come with a couple. Like you can apply for it yourself, because we realize that even if we do like some exercises that require pairs, this is more of like a self-intimacy. So if you feel like you're stuck in like repeating cycles, if you've been cheated on, if you're like constantly thinking of why does this always happen to me, why can't I find like a partner that supports me as much as I support them, why do I feel like I cannot find love, why I want to call my soulmate, like I feel like I'm ready but nobody seems to fit in, then this retreat is for you, where we're going to be working through all of these blockages. We're going to be dissolving the karma, we're going to be rewriting our story in order for the attraction to actually come and to be able to manifest our truth. So that's it.
Really, that's it. And it brings me really to this card as we get into some of the new moon in Taurus and what that means and how that even relates to us announcing this today, right? One, the throat is Taurus, right? Us speaking the truth. And I feel like even for me, like a lot of the truth is intimacy with self, intimacy within relationships. And really, I feel like this is the big tweak. You know, I've done a lot of retreats working towards entrepreneurship, working towards, business success. And it's like now I see the truth is coming out of intimacy with myself that I needed to create before she can even have her witchy-like manifestations reach on and be like, I want this kind of partner. Before all of that, like me as, let's say, the masculine role, I had to do that for myself before I knew she existed, right? So a lot of this is about trust. And there's a little mini poem with this right here. Father Sky, Mother Earth, divine power of death and birth. Embrace the life in all you see. Trust in the great mystery. And this is really a beautiful, beautiful card coming from the Shaman deck that I got for my birthday. So thank y'all for enjoying that. And a lot of this is just about exactly what it says. It's like it's telling us, it's a call to be very wary of modern technology and the influence that it has on us, and how it takes us away from believing in ourselves. And if you think of intimacy, I see into me, that is the greatest mystery, to see into yourself, to see into how much it's required to believe in yourself in a world full of distraction, all right? In a world full of We don't want you to be yourself because that's dangerous. That's a threat to the system. That's a threat. And I'll leave the rest. You can use your imagination. So that's it. I'm gonna put my gem over to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and give up. What's up? What's up with Aries? Oh. New moon in Taurus is happening at what? 18 degrees. And so understand that 18 degrees is that malefic degree that, things go haywire. It is a very tough journey. It's a journey where you need to, one, be yourself, but also you need to go through a tremendous amount of death and rebirth. Literally, like we just said, a lot of malfunctions. You have to allow things to break in your life and to glue them back together with gold, right? And so think of this in the Japanese culture. When things break, cups, glasses, gold is used to repair that. And so today is Venus Day, and today is a day of gold. It's a day of silver. It's a day of natural resources to help strengthen your resolve, to strengthen the belief you have in yourself, to strengthen your trust along the journey of the great mystery of living a life as a human being and birthing something through the Yoni, right? Which this whole Nakshatra is kind of associated with Yama, right? God of death and rebirth. So it's no coincidence that I pulled that exact card, right? And it represents as a picture the Yoni, the woman's Yoni, the vulva. It literally has kind of like an upside down V, which looks like what? The vulva, right? And so through this, you have to understand that childbirth is difficult, right? You do have to go through a regeneration process as a woman after you have a child. It is a difficult process. It is a painful process. And so this is what I'm saying, like in order for you to birth something, to bring something beautiful into this world, you have to actually bear down and push that beautiful manifestation out and understand that the pain is not necessarily negative. It's a necessary part of the process, simply because the baby, the thing you're growing deep within your own soul, deep within the truths of what you see within yourself when it's new moon in Taurus, is literally outgrowing its environment. And that's when the baby officially comes out, right? It starts off in the stomach. It grows from a seed, from a sperm, from a this, from a that. It takes form. Eventually that form decides, I'm ready to exit and step into the world. And that is a painful yet beautiful process. So we have to understand, what are we doing to nourish the projects, the babies, okay, the things that we are manifesting? And understand that along that process, things will be difficult. And it's not ever been bad. There's a certain amount of discipline that's required in this world in order to birth something beautiful and to take care of it and nourish it happily. So take what you need to do to discipline yourself, all right, when it's towards new moon, and look at the boundaries as we step closer to, what is it, May 23rd?
What,
The full moon? Yeah.
The new moon?
My bad. The full moon is May 23rd, and that's in Sagittarius. My bad. The new moon is
May 8th.
Thank you. The new moon is May 8th. So leading towards May 8th, all right, understand right now, coming off the Scorpio full moon, where things are decaying, things are dying, right? Parts that were not true to ourselves, parts that we are no longer obsessed with, that maybe we were once obsessed with, okay? Things that we tried to control but are in the process of changing, especially when it comes to our identity and the false parts of the self, the false parts of who we are or who we thought we were. All right, as they start to dissolve and we get deeper in tune with our motivations behind what are we obsessed with now, that leads us to the new moon in Taurus. All right, and so do you want to pull a card, just overall reading, as I regain my breath and then get into Aries?
Yeah.
And I do thank y'all for hitting that likes and that thumbs up button. All right, for those of y'all catching this on replay, I want to say thank y'all. When it comes down to it, we'll give y'all more announcements as time moves forward, as retrograde moves forward. Here we go.
Oh, it's cool. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is kind of like a very accurate representation of Taurus, in the sense where it's just enjoying life, enjoying the sensual pleasures, enjoying the touch, enjoying material things, because it is everything that you can get through the senses. So everything that you can see that is beautiful, everything that you can smell that you love, anything that you can touch that it's like, that it feels nice to the hands. So it's all of this and just embracing it. And again, kind of just being present to embrace it. Not just like hoping that you're gonna have something, but actually just realizing what you have right now and how you take advantage of it in this moment.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So while I get ready to do Aries, can you send me the link to this?
The link?
To this particular live? Thank you. All right. So Aries, here we go. We're gonna put you in the chat first. I believe you're running through the second house, and obviously the moon runs your fourth house. Okay.
Obviously.
Obvio. Actually, I have the link right here.
I
just copied it. Thank you. And so Aries, here's what you need to know. When there's no moon, when it comes to your manifestation, we got you timestamped at 1040, Aries. You're going through the second house. So in order for you to actually start generating and earning the income that you feel you're worth, that you feel you deserve, it's really time to get your manifestations in alignment with when I take my retreat, when I step in to feel connected to the things that I actually own and I have and consider manifestation is I already have it, right? It's already mine. This income that I generate is already here. You can kind of start working with the laws of attraction and even the law of resonance, Aries. And that's kind of what I recommend. And I've been doing it myself as an Aries. And it's the law of resonance is really something like asking a question for that thing that you really want. It's like, what would my life be like if I actually built a home up here in Mexico, right? What would my life be like if I had 3 more sources of income that allowed me to travel to see my family more frequently? You see the fourth house here. That allowed me to see my family more frequently. That allowed me to go and visit when I wanted. What if I had, and then using the law of resonance is literally asking a question. And what it does is at a molecular level within your body, it starts to change how you feel about the thing. It helps you start to create more solutions to gain that thing that you may not necessarily own and possess yet, but you're putting yourself in a frequency of, wow, this is what it would feel like if I did have that. And that's the fourth house, right? Like the ruler of the moon being your fourth, and Taurus being a new moon. Taurus is a very stable energy in the moon. It likes to be there. It actually feels safe. It actually feels secure. It actually gains the stability that it needs, not just financially, but through all resources. So Aries, start working with this law of resonance. I'm telling you, I've been doing it myself, and I've been asking the questions about what would it feel like if I had, and then what would it feel like if I did, and it starts letting me feel into that, and that feeling body starts to actually invite the frequencies, and most importantly, it takes you away from the worries. So when I consider the whole Bharani, talking about discipline in the Yoni, it's like, what do you need to discipline yourself with as when it comes to your finances, Aries, as well as when it comes to the ways in which you nurture and treat yourself with full affection? And can you do that? Like, what if I started massaging myself with helichrysum and lavender oil daily after a shower? How would that feel? And you start aligning with that feeling, and whether you know it, before you know it, you'll work through the parts of yourself that you've deprived from finances that you deserve because of the output you put, from the home you deserve, from the family you deserve. You've deprived yourself, and you're understanding now that that deprivation, you can reverse engineer that warlike energy that can survive with very bare minimum of resources, very little food, very little water. You now can reverse engineer that and actually invite more food, invite more water, invite more finances. So what should you have for us?
Well, I have the actual card that Aries represents in tarot, which is the Emperor. So it's a lot of like embracing this leadership role, and that you know what you're doing, that you know how to do this, whatever it is that you're doing, and take the role of the boss. And when we talk Aries, I also have this baby boss, like if you've seen the movie, like because Aries is very primal, like he allows the instincts to go first, and this is exactly what you should be doing right now, not getting stuck in the logical part or on the how is this going to work, but just powering through it and understanding that everything else is just going to fall into place.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So go ahead, hit that thumbs up. All right. I do appreciate y'all for going ahead, take the time to do that. Let us know your rising sign in the chat. Go ahead and get involved with us, because that's going to help us help you and really channel the energy that you're going through to help you bring in this new moon energy. So, Taurus, here's what I have for you. All right, baby? All right, you're the star, right? You're the first one coming in on the new moon. And you're one who really knows how to give yourself love, probably better than most, right? Like, you are naturally a Venetian creature. You naturally know what's beautiful, not just about yourself, but about your mind. And so it's time for you, when it comes to this new moon manifestation, to start considering, all right, where can you discipline yourself within your thoughts? Because you do know your mind very intimately, being exalted in the moon. You know your own thoughts very intimately, right? And understand that you know your thoughts. No one else does. And right now, you being in the first house of manifestation, it's really just about you. So it doesn't matter if anyone else knows what you're thinking right now. This isn't the one that's saying you have to share those thoughts. This is the one saying it's time to get disciplined with your thoughts, time to get disciplined with your routines. You've collected a lot of information and data as of late about what brings you joy and pleasure. And it's one of the things right now where when there's no moon, if I'm you, I'm starting to try to manifest discipline with my waking practices, discipline with my waking routines. That ultimately is going to allow you to use this Yoni energy of this Yama, this god of death and rebirth, to kill off an old routine. Really, like, and so as we say this message, remember, we're coming off the full moon in Scorpio, meaning something you're very aware of, Taurus, is already dying in your life. All right. And so with that being said, it's time to start really taking a very clean look of what parts of society you want to be with and how do you want to relate and correlate with the people in your environment. That is going to ultimately help you feel able to change, in healthy ways, change habits, change daily actions, change routines, change your rituals in a way that serves you from the moment you wake up and actually helps your physical body to feel alive and to nurture it like a baby. Because again, this represents the Yoni. So when I say nurture like a baby, understand that a baby needs care, and it's not going to do everything you want. It's not going to be very happy with what you say. It's when you say brush your teeth, it's not going to be, that's a routine when you wake up, right? And it's like, maybe the baby gives you some lip back. It takes time to develop the behaviors, which is this third house in the moon, right? That you do inside your home, that you do to nurture yourself, right? So take the time and be patient with these new behaviors that you're inviting on, and understand that they're going to take discipline. They're going to take time. You're going to have to grapple with the fixed parts of your nature that says, I don't want this to change, but you know that this change is actually better for you, and it is making you feel more alive, and it's giving you more joy, and it's going to help you actually manifest and raise that child of yours, that Yoni, that thing that is outgrowing its current environment. Taurus, you just went through a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, right? That is you outgrowing on this new moon in Taurus, your environment. Without a doubt, it's outgrowing your beliefs, outgrowing the philosophies that you once attached to. It's outgrowing the things that have been unstable in your life, and you want more stability. So invite that with discipline.
So for you, I have actually this card that is the moon, and I feel that it's shining light on what are those habits that you're keeping secret. Like it comes to mind something that I used to do. It's like hiding unhealthy food that I wanted to eat and not letting anybody see me eating that unhealthy food. So something like this that you do in secret because you feel like you're gonna be shamed because some part of your soul knows that it's wrong for some reason. It doesn't have to be a socially accepted reason. It could be a reason that doesn't even make sense. But shine light into that. Why is it shameful? Why is it something that you don't want anybody else to see? Why do you keep it like that? And then we can come up with these new routines, with these new habits that are going to replace the old ones that made you feel bad. So it's just something to think about, something to meditate on. I feel like if we delve into this, we're going to stay here all day. So just for yourself, meditate on why is it that you feel like this need to be secretive about a relationship even, it could be. So just understand that today is the moment to shine light into it and start trying to replace that with something healthier, with something that you actually feel proud of. Or maybe it could be the same thing that you were doing, but understanding that, hey, I can shine light into this. Like maybe I just switched a little bit something there, and now I feel good with it. So you go Taurus, yeah.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Taurus. So, bam, I had to make a little ooh-wee. All right, you got the Gemini timestamp? Yep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Gemini, you're on a new moon in Taurus. All right, Gemini, how you doing, baby girl? How you doing, baby boy? Whoever the Gemini is, thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up and the likes button. If you're hitting this on timestamp and you're watching this on replay, I want to say welcome to the party. You are going through a 12th house, and I recently came in contact with some things that the 12th house can mean in a new light. And 12th house energy for you, Gemini, while being in your, I appreciate you. 12th house energy for you, while the moon ruling your second, right? Like I've seen Gemini rising. I think I've made this mention before. And like Gemini moons, I didn't mean Gemini rising. Gemini moons, y'all get money, bro. And this is why. Like your money is just always a blessing. Now, understand that what allows you on this new moon to generate that money, to generate that success, where you're blessed by God, guides, fabled creatures, angels, the divine, from alternate realms and realities and versions of yourselves in different timelines, okay? The reason why is because of your accepting nature of all things, all people, in all places, all sex, all dialects, all languages, all cultural ooh-wees and ahs. That is why you get blessed. So on this new moon in Taurus, understand that this is a good time for you, Gemini, okay? When it comes to disciplining yourself, you want to, first off, Gemini, you got to take care of your body right now. That's one thing I'm getting like off the rip. You got to take care of your body right now, because what's happening is the blessing that's trying to pour into you, especially on this new moon in Taurus, it's so grandiose that this is the kind of overflow that will make you implode, right? Like there's an overflow where you can give, and there's an overflow where if your body can't sustain that weight of the depths that the ocean carries, then it's going to feel like a pressure instead of something where you can give in abundance. All right, Gemini. So in this new moon in Taurus, the kind of thing where you're in the process of attracting a new form of stability through spiritual practices, and by understanding and coming to terms with how accepting you are of all languages. And I'm talking body languages, right? I'm talking the language of the language that I don't know why this makes sense, because it doesn't to me right now, but the language of foods that you're involved with. I don't even know what that means, Gemini. I feel like that's personal for you, because I'm like, you want me to say the language of foods? And you're like, yeah, the language of foods. So I don't get that. But the best that I can understand right now is foods outside of your natural culture, foods outside of your natural society, foods outside of your environment. And I think this is really what it is. By indulging in certain foods that are not from your environment, right? Like if I'm black or she's Mexican, her being Mexican, not eating foods in Mexico, like eating foods from a completely different nationality. These somehow, some way, this language of food, somehow, some way, is going to help you be more open and accepting to all creatures, all the mysteries of life, and actually doing it from a more open mindset where you're understanding the more universal truths. So ultimately, when I get this and I kind of wrap that part of the message up, Gemini, it's looking like the discipline and the rebirth for you is speaking to more cultures and people different and unique from your own background. And somehow, some way, that's going to be the best way that you can invite this brand new baby that will and might be, again, a little painful somehow, some way, because of the nature of this new moon with the Yama and the god of death and rebirth. When it comes to birthing that baby, like it's out, you are outgrowing your environment, and the best thing that's going to help you do on this new moon in Taurus is getting involved in international travels, international cuisines, and international cultures different from your own. What you have?
So for you, I have the King of Wands, which is about creativity and passion. So releasing all of that is inside of you. and surrendering to it. Maybe this comes to you as portraying a hobby, something that you've been doing on your own, or something that you've always wanted to do but you haven't done it because of shame maybe. So right now is the time to let it shine and just go ahead and do it. So whatever it is that you feel that is gonna promote your creativity or something that you're super passionate about, it could even be like not a hobby, but if you're passionate about volunteering or if you're passionate about animals, then doing something related to that. And just understanding that you are you don't have to be an expert. Like you already have all the tools that you need in order to be
Facts.
like you don't have to be the best at this at all, but you already have the skills that you need in order to fulfill your own creativity and your own experiences that you want to live. So if you do this right now, you're going to be rewarded later.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Thank you, Gemini. If you enjoyed that message, hit the thumbs up, hit the likes button, catching this from replay. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. As we move to Cancer, okay, going through a big house, okay. Cancer, I feel like you've been going through so many beautiful things lately. I swear to God, like life has just been really good to you. So what I'm first getting is share that wealth of goodness, share that wealth of joy, share that wealth of blessings. And let that just be money in the bank, okay? Let that just be a deposit, right? Now, other than that, the moon is ruling your first house. And that's just always going to happen every new moon, every full moon, every moon transit, right? So when I look at the new moon in Taurus and it comes to the discipline and the rebirth process that might be difficult for you is I'm learning how to manage your energy in the associations with the abundance, with the people coming. Like Taurus is a beautiful manager of whatever it touches. So the new moon in Taurus touching your 11th house, it's good at managing the societies that actually can make change in the world, that can actually work with policies and do lawmaking and lobbying. And these are like 11th house type energies. So you have the potential and ability to lobby for the grand shifts in the financial structure, literally as a symbol of security, being you, the crab Cancer. You can create more security with your own unique, because it's the ruling your first house, with parts of you that is unique yourself, right? And so what's unique about you, right? What's special about you? Take the time to understand that while the Scorpio full moon light is in the process of decaying and killing things off that, again, were not true to you, like not entirely. And full circle, Taurus, this new moon, you could use this how you want. One of the things that came to my head is this is big bank. Okay, I'm just gonna say that right now. Like it's a big bank type energy. Like you can make and manifest a tremendous amount of money right now. The key thing is, what are you using it for? And how I see this is being disciplined to use those resources, not just on yourself and for your own home and for your own dreams, but to use it, again, back to that Yoni energy, okay? Use it to manifest through sacred sexuality with these groups and associations, right? So use your sexual energy to create those lobbies, to create that energy where grand change happens in the world for your future family to come. And that's 11th house as a Cancer. For the generations that probably aren't even born yet, but you're in the preparation, in the planning stage, and you have the energy and the resources, whether you realize it or not, even if they're not monies, but talents. So what do you have for us?
So for you, Cancer, I have the Fool. So this is a beautiful stage of just, it's a new beginning. It's something completely new. Like you're walking into a new part of your life, and right now you need to just let it go, let everything go, be present, be in the moment, and trust that everything will be okay. Just having this certainty that there is a higher power that is guiding you, that is leading you through this new path, and that no matter what happens is for your highest good. So even if you are stumbling into something that you didn't want to happen that way or that you didn't expect, it is about embracing it with love, graciously, and just keep walking. Even if you like this full card is literally about not knowing what's ahead, but just keep walking one foot after the other, just knowing that everything is gonna be fine. Now you're taken care of.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I hear that. So thank you, Cancer, for hitting that thumbs up and that likes button. Okay, do check out the email list if that's something interesting to you. I have timestamp for Leo. And Leo, when I was thinking about this, what I haven't spoke about with this energy of the new moon in Taurus, Leo, is the god of Yama. One of the things that represents is something considered the whale's mouth, one of the stars in the constellation. And this, and the whole mythology behind it, and I'll skip it for now, relates to dishonor. So you are a symbol of honor, right? Meaning you really, on this new moon, need to check in with your image and make sure that you're honoring yourself and make sure that you're honoring your enemies. Because the 10th house is one of these houses where you have to fight and face the world. And so, Leo, like the way you might want to do that in your own fixed nature, you got to be disciplined, okay? And self-reliant so that the attention that you may crave comes from yourself, where it doesn't matter what the people on the global stage are doing. Now, the moon ruling your 12th house, this is kind of, again, where it aligns with your exaltation energy of Neptune, where it's about really being kind, really being gentle, really being compassionate. You want to be the forever loving king, the forever loving queen who treats her people well, even if the people throws rocks and stones. How do you want your image to be? You can't fall into a dishonorable narrative on this new moon in Taurus. And what you're going to realize is if you don't and you discipline yourself, no matter what rocks, thrones, words, hate, envy people throw at you, and you actually just respond with compassion, respond in a gentle nature, and you realize that the lion, okay, is one of the most mysterious creatures as for why is it the actual king of the jungle. And a lot of it is because of how much it trusts itself. And so if you just remember that you trust yourself and you realize that there is no lack of self-belief in you on how you actually appear on the world stage, in the face of enemies or not, this new moon in Taurus will literally bless you with a dream career. I kid you not. It will bless you with all of the methods. It will bless you with the entire life system that's going to be literally given straight from God. Like, and it's just going to pour into you. And it's going to happen because you're being disciplined with the amount of belief you have in yourself. You're being disciplined with your honor, okay, on that stage, no matter what people do. And Leo, I'm telling you, the new moon in Taurus is going to be one of the most magnificent energies for you when it comes to just you going to receive a tremendous amount of recognition and praise. It's going to happen 6 months from now. And so in the process, be and stay disciplined and watch life work out beautifully for you.
So for you, I have the Hermit reversed. So it's literally about getting out. You being already in your shell too much. You've already been by yourself, alone, meditating. Like at this point, you already know what you want.
Time to show out.
Yeah, like you've been inside far too long, and it could be scary. I doubt it because you're a Leo. So whatever it is that is stopping you from going outside, shake it up because right now is the time. It is your stage. It is time for letting the light to shine into yourself.
Yeah.
And I just think it's interesting that so many major arcana have popped up today. So this is a major transit for like everybody.
Yeah. And Leo, for you, I feel like it's not even so much a matter of like it's scary. It's like you got comfortable to some point of being out of that limelight because it was your season to just sit back and chill the hell out. And that's changing, right? Like all that Aries energy in the sky, that fire, it does something to you at the soul level, right? It really lights up your heart. Leo season is not that far away. Whether you realize it or not, we're going to blink a couple months and you'll be here. So you're going through a lot, but this is going to be a huge blessing, major rewards, major gains are going to happen. Okay, a lot of attention, a lot of clout. Just be disciplined with that and don't fall into dishonorable narratives. Okay, don't fall into delusion about what that praise and fame and rewards mean. Okay, and then you're going to be completely just blessed. I promise you. So hit the thumbs up, Leo. I want to say thank you for being here. Check out our newsletter. Do take a moment to join in and enjoy that. All right, we'll see you soon. All right, Virgo. Yep. Get a, she got a donk. Okay, here we go. Hit the thumbs up, Virgo. I want to say I appreciate you for being here on this new moon and Taurus message. If you're watching this on replay and you're catching this timestamp, I want to say thank you. Drop the Virgo down in the chat. Let us know that you're actually here, that you're watching this on replay. And I want to say thank you. Love. So, Virgo, here's what's going on. You're in the 9th house, moon ruling your 11th. Kind of a lot like Gemini. You're one of the people who get blessed. Like, you just get dough. You get dough. You get a lot of rewards. You gain so much from the people. And so when you have a Virgo moon, when I say you gain so much from the people, it's the kind of energy of like, okay, here we go, bam. When I say you gain so much from the people, it's the kind of energy where you gain that because of your service. So the new moon in Taurus, it's going to be a time to make sure that, one, you stay disciplined with the amount that you give, with the optimism that you share, with the solutions from a more philosophical standpoint rather than only technical, that you do to really help others. This new moon is a help others transit. It is a support others transit. It is be a light for others transit. But it also is a kind of energy where you're going to better understand that in order to do that, you're going to need to spend more time alone. And by you spending time alone, you're going to come in tune with your own personal philosophies separate from where you grew up. And it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be something where you're going to embrace different and new spontaneities, but the discipline with your spiritual practices, okay, is going to be one of the most critical pieces of how you relate and interconnect with the people who are going to bless you with plenty of rewards. They're going to do that, but you can't be dishonorable when it comes down to, well, who didn't bless you, who didn't appreciate you, who didn't love you, who didn't give you the care that you actually deserve. So these are the time frames. The warning I have for you, Virgo, is don't be dishonorable with those people. Don't let them take you out of character, because the whole thing with the 9th house towards the moon is helping you actually be the main character, be the God energy, be that lightning bolt, okay, of joy and inspiration and an absolute vigor for life itself. And this is beautiful for you because you've been going through a lot of transformation. You've been going through a lot of literal deaths within your identity, having ego deaths, having literal physical deaths, Virgo. You've been going through a lot. And I've been seeing this with clients and so many more people. And it's like, it's been a ridiculously hard time. But the Taurus new moon is getting ready to bless you with major abundance. So all the times when you thought that life and God was not here to support you, this new moon in Taurus is saying, be disciplined and don't listen to that, because that is worry and anxiety from a part of you that is not really believing in themselves and what they're here to provide. So hear that, don't take it personal, but start getting busy on your own practices. And that's when life will start to pour into you.
So for you, I have the 4 of Swords, which is point on rest. So I feel that this is not a kind of rest of just like Netflix and chill all day. Like, this is about getting the rest that you need. So it might be social rest. It might be like, I need to turn off my phone for the whole day and just don't talk to anybody.
Facts.
Like, because I feel that sometimes we have this fear of missing out, and it's just like, but what if my friends do something exciting without me? What if my mom needs me? What if my sister enters into a crisis? What if my best friend goes back with her ex?
What if?
Yeah, so maybe it comes to that. Maybe it's just like, get off the phone. Maybe it's getting social rest. Maybe it's getting mental rest, which equates to get a meditation or go for a walk, but without your phone or without anything like digital. It might be what other kinds of rest? Emotional rest,
Social rest. That's a key one. With this one, it's gonna be social rest, like not hanging out with people just because they like you and because for any reason other than I just need this time to myself. Social rest, social wellness is a major form. Occupational wellness as a Virgo, as a working energy, is critical. Okay, take a vacation, yo. Like, stop working so hard. Like, chill the hell out. Especially if you're working with your family, and that's one thing that I'm getting. Like, I think I know some Virgos who like do work with their family, do support their family. And 9th house is a part of taking that rest away from the family to basically better support them, but because you're resting away from them. And so if you're working with the family, if you have a family business, something like that, that's another form. But go ahead, I got you.
Yeah, like spiritual rest, just whatever it is, like literally Google it, the 7 kinds of rest, and see which one or which ones you feel like you need the most, and then do it. Like, truly take the time for yourself. It's not selfish at all. It's the opposite, because by taking care of yourself, you can better take care of everybody else, like you
Facts.
love to do.
Facts. Virgo, this is the one sentence I read from here. It says, step away from brainwashing media and reclaim your connection with truth. 9th house. This is the overall reading. The great mystery will never give you anything you can't handle. Thank you. The great mystery will never give you anything that you can't handle. The great mystery will never give you anything that you can't handle. So throw caution to the wind and play your part in the intrinsic plan of the universe, Virgo. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button. If you're catching this on replay, drop the Virgo down below in the chat. Let me know that you watched this. Let me know that you're supporting the channel. Let me know that you're here to actually give where you're appreciated, because you're appreciated here. That's without a doubt. I always say it, one of my favorite signs. All right, Libra. I don't know why, but every once in a while I feel like clapping for somebody. And Libra, I feel like you, I feel like clapping, and I feel like actually telling you to hit the thumbs up too. Okay, Libra, thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I think I just figured out a new little rhythm that I'm gonna play around with. I met somebody who was helping me do djembe, and that's what 8th house is really helping us do, right? Being surrounded with people who bring you more power, and like literally who make you, and if not bring you more power, who make you feel more powerful. Okay, and so Taurus is a self-sustaining energy. This new moon in Taurus for you, Libra, can honestly bring you a lot of investment. Okay, now investment gains is one of the things that I'm really catching. Like, you as a relationship energy invest a lot in people. That's one of your main currencies. Okay, people is your currency. Now this transit, new moon in Taurus, is saying, can you be disciplined with the amount of your exchanges, and make sure that your discipline is not, I'm getting it, is not dishonoring you. Okay, that's like Libra. Ooh, that was a, excuse me. That was like painful. I gotta drink some water, Libra. I was like, oh my God.
I'm going through it.
Mm-hmm. So Libra, like I said, part of this Yama and this Nakshatra, Bharani and Nakshatra, is about not being in dishonorable situations. So 8th house, new moon in Taurus can really help you put yourself in situations that, again, do not make you feel powerless, right? And you can't, as a relationship energy being your main currency, be and stay in relationships or dynamics with other people who are significant in your life that do. So the new moon in Taurus is going to really help you revamp your self-worth in a way where you become more reliant on you as a critical and significant piece within a relationship. And that will ultimately pay dividends, quite frankly, when it comes to the money you're able to earn and make in your career. I see that you're possibly able to get it and step into a brand new job. And if you're in a brand new job, this is like ask for a raise type energy. Understanding this is what I put in, this is what I bring to the table, here's how I make everyone else better, and really be firm and stern about it, and realize, look, you owed some karmic dues right now. But the thing is, the karma is not going to pay you if you don't acknowledge that yourself. And so step into the great mystery right now of truth, the truth of your power, your individual power, and how you can relate and connect and balance out the dynamics of power that you've been struggling with other people. This Taurus new moon is going to really, really pour into you in a beautiful way, full of affection. But you got to be disciplined right now and realize that it's going to be a little painful and it's going to be scary. It's going to honestly be terrifying to do what this new moon in Taurus is going to ask you to do, to raise your child, to raise yourself. And you right now are the child, okay? Your career is the child. And that's what I have for you, Libra, as you hit the thumbs up button. And if you let me know by you're here, by dropping the scales, let me know, all right, I hear this message. I'm going to balance out these power dynamics, okay? I'm going to balance out these power dynamics. So again, take a break away from some brainwashing forms of media, and this is going to get very clear for you.
So for you, I have the 7 of Swords. So this is a warning. Anything that is legal, contracts, paperwork, be very, very careful because there might be some trickery. Because you doing this power balance is gonna make some other people angry.
You're gonna get angry.
Remember that when you put your boundaries, that means that somebody else is not gonna be able to step into that anymore. So they're not gonna be comfortable. That's gonna make them angry.
Ooh.
So
I told you it's gonna be hard.
yeah,
I knew it. I was like, it's gonna be hard.
This
Go
is
ahead.
probably the hard part. So just beware of that. This is not like get paranoid thing. Just understand that there might be some of these trickeries. Be just extra careful with anything that you put in writing, paper, and anything that you get in paper and writing. Just make sure that everything makes sense before you send it, before you hit the okay. That's it.
Yeah, that's what we got for you, Libra. So again, if you made it here and you're ready to balance out these power dynamics and really put yourself in a position of true strength, all right, drop that scale in the chat down below and let us know that you're balancing it out and you're coming back into yourself, all right? Full self-work. Scorpio, here's what we got, Scorp. I don't even know why. I just felt like doing that for you. Okay, so Scorpio, you know I love you. You got the new moon in Taurus, okay? You're a twin sister sign, okay? And this is a time for discipline within your relationships, okay? If you're married, I'm telling you that you gotta allow yourself to be married and actually take time for yourself, take time for your own inner peace, okay? Even in a marriage, even no matter how closely connected you are to your person, that's gonna help you better be practical with each one of your considerations. Okay, take practical considerations and not get so deeply entwined into the emotions that, you know, you lose yourself, because that ultimately is not beneficial for the relationship. So, you know, I see 7-7 again right now, and it's your ability to understand what's hidden and esoteric in nature within your relationships through retreat, but also through self-reliance and having discipline to share your magic, but from a place of strength. And more importantly, and separate from sharing it from strength, there's something coming. Sharing it. Okay, so your psychic abilities right now on this new moon in Taurus, Scorpio, are actually very bright. They're very vibrant. And what they're telling me is this is something right now that you can trust it. This is not coming from a dark source. This is coming from a light source. And it's saying that you've done a lot of work on yourself. And that's why right now, Scorpio, you can be very sure that you're going to be in relationship dynamics that are actually become very stable and very long-term. They're going to become very, very significant on this Taurus new moon. You are in an expansion process, especially with Jupiter and Uranus, where, you know, it's like you may give a gift to somebody and they're going to give you a new connection that turns into a client. And this is kind of energy where you're now walking into very balanced relationships where the give and take may not be what you expect, but it's going to be very much at a point of equilibrium. And this is a beautiful time for you, Scorpio, because you do have that energy where you've supported and helped people through so many dark times where, you know, it's easy to get cynical at some parts of this, at a phase that you're in and some parts of the transformation. But I'm telling you right now, very light-filled connections are coming to help and support you. And they're giving in a way that they're basically your angels here on earth. So honor that and be willing to take the time and patience to cultivate a deeply seated and intimate relationship that may not be what it looks like up front, not even in the middle, but in the long run, it's going to turn out to be something where you want to be, just stay disciplined. That's my key thing. And do not be dishonorable, which I think is not that hard for you. But don't fall into the underworld parts of yourself, right? Where you can shoot, stab, and kill and think that people's motivations are toxic. That is an old story. And right now, I promise, if you can let that old story go, life is trying to give you really good people okay, that bring you and make you feel at ease with yourself and at ease in the mind and at ease with any and all worries of the future. All those worries of the future about, is this going to be somebody who's going to be in my life for a long time? I'm telling you that if you do decide that it will be. And so just stay disciplined with yourself. This is actually stay disciplined with your projections of skepticism and fear and denial of beautiful and harmonious relationships. Okay? You have earned it. And that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Like, I'm actually really happy for you. If you feel like you're going through a Phoenix rebirth moment and you're ready for these stable, honest, and loving relationships, drop the fire and the white bird. Let me know I'm having my Phoenix rebirth moment. Or drop the eagle. Let me know I'm flying high and I see things from this viewpoint now, and I'm ready to embrace this beautiful change in completely just relationship. Okay, justice has been served in this divine in nature, Scorpio. You are the best. Yeah, that's why I felt like clapping for you earlier. Okay, what you got for us?
I mean, you said it all. I have for you the King of Chalices, which is about mastering the emotions. So literally, it is about this part of stopping the projection, stopping the fear. Don't let this
Scorpio,
these lower frequency emotions to take
it's
over
done.
Yourself. Yeah, just
it's done.
Focus on the good, focus on the gratitude,
Yes.
Focus on the things that you do have, all
Yes.
the love that surrounds you.
Yes.
So just look at the light, because you know how to do it. Like, you're Scorpio after all, so you know how to do this. You know how to raise the light.
Yes, yes. I see you in the chat. Quirks, it's game time. That's what I'm talking about. It's time, man. It's about time, Scorpio. I'm over here, Scorpio rising. I'm feeling it. It's like it's about time we got some good people in our life. You know what I mean? Like, it's time. So don't let that old story come up. Okay, here we go. Scorpio, I'm proud of you. You made it again. If you're watching this on replay, drop the fire, drop the white bird emoji. Let us know you're supporting. Gang, 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 gang.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I know my Scorpios is out here like, yeah, it's nice. Some positive outlook for a change, right? Like, it's time to come up, Scorp. Talk about it. I'm happy as hell right now. It's like, yeah, give me some harmony. Give me some harmony, baby. Okay, here we go. So I got Sagittarius. All right, Sag. What to do with you, baby? All right. The optimistic one. You. The first one I'm getting off the rip. To maintain your optimism, again, I'm coming right back to this card. And it's saying, like, take the time, take the break away from overstimulation when it comes to media. Overstimulation. Take the time, because the great mystery is trying to show you your life's work right now. All right. So this new moon in Taurus is trying to show you your life's work, Sagittarius. And your life's work has a part to do with taking people and showing them how you overcame your own trauma stories, how you overcame your own drama stories, and how you returned to light each and every time and got better and better with the improving of that process each time. So new moon in Taurus, all right, for you Sagittarius, is one of the things where people are getting ready to pay you back, right? And what I'm getting is these people might not be the names of the people that you think they're going to be, right? So if Eileen owes me something, let's just say some sort of an energetic debt, I might really get that from Jerome. You know, it's a male in a completely different shade of skin. Jerome pays me what I expected from Eileen, where just let go of the expectation and, again, lower your consumption right now. Literally, this new moon in Taurus wants you for the next 6 months to decrease your consumption of things, people, medias, and outlets, okay, that is deterring your motivation from a more positive understanding of gratitude. And that is going to be one of your key major themes, okay? Taurus saying be self-reliant and be very disciplined and put an active focus on what you truly are, okay? Because when you're not in a state of constant and frequent gratitude and feeling inspired and feeling alive, then you're in a state of worry and anxiety for the future, all right, Sagittarius? And that's not where you really want to be, and it's not what you're built to be. Because when you stay in that low frequency for too long, what happens? You start to become that angry God, okay? right? Like that one who wants to strike people down. And that's not in your nature right now. The sixth house is telling you, take the time, all the time you give up on the medias that we talked about, is going to be the time you use to take care of your physical body and to take care of your mental space and wellness. The Yoni for you, okay, this sexual rebirth of your creative energy, what it's doing, it's outgrowing its old space, its old environment. And it is, the baby is coming out and it can't stay inside the womb anymore. So it is time for a rebirth, Sag, and let that rebirth be about pure optimism, endurance, and new strategies to maintain a healthy outlook on your day-to-day life and the habits and the rituals and the behaviors that are actually supportive to you and to the people you're most intimately connected with, that make you feel safe. So serve the people with appreciation who make you feel safe, calm, grounded, not the people who do the opposite and bring worry and anxiety. This is your time to be an inspiration and show them how you came out of the depths and you stepped into the light.
So for you, Sag, I have the Ace of Cups, which is about a new story. So let go of anything that is in the past and just understand that the emotions speak louder than any logic that you might have. So this is the time to stop the, well, but it's family. Well, but it's my sister. Well, but it's my boyfriend. Like, no, if you're not making me feel safe, if you're not making me feel calm, if you're making me feel peaceful, then it's probably not the relationship, but it's probably not the way to have the relationship. Because I feel that we're in such a cancellation culture right now that it's easier to say like dump his ass rather than let's work on it. So understand that this doesn't mean that you have to end or cut the relationship with somebody. It's just an opportunity to open the doors of communication and understand what is not working and how can you fix it.
Facts. And that's what it means to focus on the more positive outlook and narrative right now. Okay. So hit the thumbs up, Sagittarius, if you made it this far. Love this very supportive energy for you. Focus on the improvement and understand that as you improve yourself, you will improve the people that you attract. And so it's a positive time for you. It always should be, no matter how grim things get. That's the beauty. If you're here and you're ready to shoot higher and more beautiful goals, Sag, I want you to drop the bow and arrow and let me know. I'm going to the moon, baby. Pew! All right. So I love you. I love you, AP. Good to see you up in the chat. All right, everybody, hit the thumbs up and the likes button, Sagittarius. If you made it that far again, I want to say thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Drop that bow. Let me know that you were here. All right. And what we got? Where we at? Cat. Let's go. Let's go. Capricorn. Okay, so fifth house. Happy house. Okay. It's a happy house, Capricorn. If you are a Capricorn and you have children, this is a beautiful new moon transit in Taurus. Okay, this moon in Taurus can really help you. All right, like the first I'm getting, I almost didn't even want to say it, but I gotta say it. Like, it's gonna help you find how to discipline your children, okay, especially if you have kids, in a way that you're gonna have to come to terms with how you discipline your children in a way that you've been disciplined, but it's outdated and it's not working. Okay, you're gonna have to come to terms with that, Capricorn, where if you're a mom, you're a dad, and your parents treated you like X, Y, and Z, that may or may not work, especially if your parents were operating in a dishonorable frequency. Again, because of the god of Yama, god of death and rebirth, bringing souls to the underworld in Hindu mythology, for example, it's time for you to allow that dishonor of your parents and what they didn't know and how they didn't know how to raise you to essentially go to the underworld and you leave that alone. Okay, so if you're able to do that, and if you're willing to do that, the new moon in Taurus will remind you that the discipline it takes to do that, to actually choose joy, to choose life, to choose light, is a difficult one. Okay, it is a difficult path, but it is worth it. And you are outgrowing the environment that you have caged your own inner child in. And that is where the seventh house ruler of the moon will allow you to stop projecting those needs and those worries and just that mindset that your parents or just the people who raised you, the guardians who raised you, it's time to let go of certain strict ways that you've been restricting your own child or project from fun. So again, this can be your physical baby or it could be your own inner child yourself. And I feel like for a lot of people who don't have children, it's going to be your inner child. The cage, your inner child is like, I'm growing up. I'm trying to mature into my joy, mature into my fun, mature into my passions and variety. So if your parents or guardians have been dishonorable with that, don't repeat that behavior. Okay, that's my key right now. And Taurus the moon says that if you're able to do that, then I am going to show you abundance. I am going to show you balance. I am going to show you the beauty of having healthy boundaries with your inner child who might be screaming right now, but they're really screaming with joy if you listen closely. And in order to have more fun, healthy boundaries can be tremendously beneficial to let that child grow up in a happy and safe feeling environment where they feel validated so that they don't need to go seek that validation from other people in their romantic and sexual relationships, right? That's what you don't want, to go seek that validation in sexual relationship. What's going to happen, you're going to find yourself feeling completely powerless and under the control and influence of somebody that you can't let yourself be controlled by somebody outside of you. And that's the danger. But the positive is you're going to start attracting more happy relationships, more fulfilling relationships that bring tremendous overflow to your heart space where you feel alive, you feel young, you feel brilliant and just radiant. And that's the direction you want to be, Capricorn. So go ahead, hit the thumbs up if you made it and you're ready for the inner child. I want you to drop a sun sign. Let me know that you were here and that you listened and watched it. Drop the sun emoji in the chat, whether you watch this on replay or live. And I want to say thank you for enjoying that message and sticking with us, Cap, because you're amazing. Let's be honest. The world will be nothing without you. Okay, that's the facts. That's a true fact because you're so supportive, you're so loving, and it's time for you to love yourself that same way.
So, for you having the Nine of Pentacles, which is about a work well done. Like now, it's time to enjoy the fruits of your labor, but also it is towards building your legacy. Like, what's the next step for myself? And I feel that it has a lot to do with this that you were talking about. And I feel that it also has a lot to do with reparenting ourselves. Like understanding that when something happens, we react in the way that our parents showed us. So it is time to understand which of this works and which doesn't anymore. Like just doing something and saying like, oh, I'm sorry, I was so stupid. It's like, no, like stop beating yourself up. Like this is how your parents would react if you say like something that they deemed dumb. They will tell you like, no, don't do that, that's stupid. Say you're sorry because that was stupid. So it's about understanding that we have to end up this cycle, and this is how we build our legacy for the future generations. So I've been watching a lot of these gentle parenting videos, and I find that it is a good exercise to do it with ourselves, not only with children, because it is helping me understand a lot of things that from the foundation I accepted as true, because we're just kids, we're sponges, we absorb everything that we have in the surroundings. But then when we realize how it is affecting us as adults, and it is something like very mind-blowing, just little things like this little one of, oh, I'm so stupid, that just changed my life to understand like, no, don't claim it, erase that, go to the root and understand that that's not how you reparent yourself. So go ahead, try this exercise. If you find yourself scrolling and find some of these gentle parenting videos, I really recommend for you to try and take it onto your inner child.
Yeah, Cat. That's what it takes. So if you agree with that and you feel like you know you the GOAT, drop the goat, baby. It's time to climb the new mountain, okay, of reparenting yourself so that you can become the parent that you feel will be more fulfilling for your actual future youth. All right. Otherwise, drop that sun sign and be ready to go ahead and have more fun and to play and to be gentle with yourself. Okay. Cat. Okay, here we go. So we got Aquarius. Aquarius, you're in the 4th house and the 6th house, right? And so this is one of the things where, all right, and I see you, AP. I see you, AP. Letting go old generational cycles coming to the light to be released. Facts. Why not? You feel me? It's like at a certain point, it's like, why not? Why not? Yeah, let that junk go. Okay, Aquarius, here we go. So, Aquarius, you're going through the 4th house. New moon in Taurus. Okay, let me just get a little airflow. It's summertime. It's been getting hot, bro. It's like I live in Mexico. Jesus. Okay, here we go. So, Taurus new moon. Hot flashes.
I need that moment.
Move, bro. All right, so come on, man, move. What's going on, Aquarius? Who's bothering you? That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling, Aquarius. Who's bothering you? You feel like you want to go first on that? That's already Aqua. Is that Aqua?
Yeah.
Okay. So 4th house, Taurus new moon. You got to be disciplined with your own emotional health. Okay, your own emotional wellness, and that is going to mean that you can't just simply think about what you're feeling. Okay. It means you have to allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and the physical sensations in your body. And that's one of the things that the new moon in Taurus is really helping you with, especially because you have an earth side of the Taurus, the moon in Taurus, and then you have the ruler of the moon being your 6th house, aka Virgo. These are very sensual energies, and the physical body matters to them. Okay, so my point is, feel your feelings and feel into your base. And that's what I'm getting with this 4th house. Your base requires you to retreat and to create new nurturing practices, Aquarius. Okay? New self-care modalities that help you improve your own mental state and how you utilize your sexual energy. And these are 2 major things. So you're going to need to be disciplined with how you utilize your sexual energy and how you improve your mental state. Look at that. Wow, I made a bull. Tell me I'm not on point right now. I wasn't even trying to do that. And so, believe it or not, what I'm doing right now is a self-care technique. It's a mudra. And so, if you look at my fingers, okay, notice that right now they're red. As I touch down, you'll notice that they're white. As I do this, what I'm doing, I'm removing, this is an anxiety point. It's a mudra. I don't remember the name of it right now. The name is too outside of my framework. But as I let go again, you notice they're red again. That's called a capillary refill. And so what I'm saying is it's a pressure point for anxiety. By doing this in a meditation, by doing this while you're sitting in a meeting, by doing this when you're in the middle of feeling something that feels overwhelming, you will decrease the pressure that you feel even in your mind. Because again, the fingers are one of the excess and access points to let energy in and let energy out. Mostly I understand it as letting energy out. Okay, so the moon in Taurus is asking you to be disciplined with your self-nurturing techniques and habits. If you're going to be researching things on the internet, research how to take care of your mental and your physical health, especially your emotional health. As an air sign, start researching things that are going to support and nurture you. And Taurus new moon says, be very disciplined with that outlet of your research and to start researching less and to allow yourself to feel more. Because by you allowing yourself to feel more, what's going to happen, there's going to be a flood of sensitivities of a lot of other people who naturally feel supported by you because you have a very stable presence. Everybody knows that being around Aquarius, it's like you can pour and dump your emotions on them and you feel better. But Aqua, are you taking the time to feel what you're feeling so that you don't allow that dumpage? That's the issue, because that's when you cut your feelings off altogether. The problem is when you cut your feelings off, you cut your sensitivities off. When you cut your sensitivities off, you no longer are in tune with your environment. And Taurus is an energy in the new moon that lets you have a new manifestation to discipline your environment and the energies around it by doing what? Allowing the death to happen of the energies in your environment. So what I'm getting for you, step one, okay, on this new moon, start saging your crib, okay? Because what's happening, you're going through emotions that the new moon in Taurus provides enough stability so that you don't go overboard. Because part of it is this tremendous fear with feeling how much you have not felt over a long spanning time. Why? Because again, Taurus is the mountain and it's been there forever. Okay? It's been there since before you were born. It's going to be there after you die. And that's a lot. But focus on your practices, focus on your meditations, and focus on your movement meditations with that sixth house access, like Qigong and Tai Chi. I know I feel like I preach this all the time, but it's worked wonders for me. And I have an Aquarius moon. Okay? I have an Aquarius in Venus. And so, in my human design. And so I feel those, the moon being the mind is one thing. I feel too many people's thoughts. I feel too much dependence on others, from others, depending on what stage of my life, as an Aquarius. And the thing that helped most, and the stability that Taurus can bring to your emotional world, to your internal imagination, will help you birth something beautiful, something creative, something that only you can imagine and no one else. That's what I have for you. So, what you got?
So I got for you the Lovers in Reverse, which is again about two seemingly contradictory feelings or whatever is opposing. I feel that for this particular forecast, it is about the not wanting to feel but wanting to feel, and that's when you contradict yourself. Like in some ways it would be like, damn, I would love to feel, because it is to feel everything, right? The good and the bad, and it cannot come one without the other.
No.
So I feel like this is the state of like paralysis where you're like, I don't know exactly what to do, because I kind of do want to feel, but only the good things, and I don't want to feel, so I may numb myself out, so I don't have to feel the bad things. But understand that it is all a part of life. It's nothing going to be forever. And as you keep focusing yourself in the gratitude and the better parts of life, on the light that is surrounding you, then you're going to be experimenting more and more these good parts that you feel so attracted to. But also know that it is all about a balance. And right now, if you don't have a part of it, you cannot be part of the whole. So it's just about embracing and accepting everything that comes to you.
Yeah, Aqua. Yeah. Trust that everything is working out perfectly.
Ooh,
Trust
great
that
mystery.
the great mystery said it. Trust that everything is working out perfectly. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Okay. If you're ready to have that big shift and change, okay, with Uranus and Taurus, your planet, okay, after that conjunction, if you're ready for that change, when you watch this on replay, drop the lightning bolt in the chat. Let us know you were here. Let us know you're supporting, and trust these shifts. All right? So, Pisces, what up? What it do, Pisces? Thank you for hitting the thumbs up and the likes button. If you're in here early, I want to say I appreciate you. All right, if you're brand new, subscribe. Why not? Especially if you enjoyed this next forecast. New moon in Taurus, in the Bharani Nakshatra in Vedic astrology, is running through your third house. Now, the ruler of your moon is your fifth house. Okay? So the fifth house is the house of the self. It's the house of that inner child. Okay? It's the house of the risk that we take, the creations and the projects that we require a certain sense of reliance, self-reliance on. Okay? So Pisces, you're moving through the third house. The moon in Taurus is asking you, I almost didn't want to say it because you're here.
Aw. Well, okay, I needed to go to the bathroom.
All right, go ahead. Look at that. Okay, so Pisces, here's what I got. You need to meditate. That's the first thing. They're like, you need to meditate because you can only run from the divine for so long. Like, it permeates through all things. And your environment has been communicating with you. Things, it's been food, it's been your bedroom, it's been plants, it's been birds, especially birds, it's been cats, okay? It's been communicating with you. This moon in the 5th house rulership for you is working as a channel through your environment. So what is your immediate environment channeling to you? And are you listening? Okay? Taurus new moon, again, is about the discipline, the death, the rebirth of your habits and your behaviors that are not allowing your mind to settle, to calm, to reach a position of stability without worry, without anxiety. And so, again, remember that this great mystery card said early, okay, to step away from brainwashing media and to reclaim your connection with the truth. How can you hear the truth of the great mystery if it's being drowned out by modern technology? Or your head is in a constant stream of worry and fears for the future. And there's no more Taurus is saying, again, discipline yourself and understand that your Yoni, your creation portal, is going to have to go through some difficult mental processes and behaviors that need to die. There's certain behaviors that literally need to go down the drain because it's not allowing you to feel stable enough, to have a foundation strong enough to raise your child, to raise your project, to raise your actual baby. And the moon is just channeling for you, okay? And it's saying be self-reliant, be self-sufficient, give the proper attention to yourself, and give the proper attention to the behaviors that are helping you, and be disciplined with that process. Do not dishonor the creative ideas in your mind. Do not dishonor how beautiful you are, how you move, how you coexist with the universe. It is absolutely something to marvel at. And Pisces, I say it and how I ended it, how I started in the beginning. Meditate. Whether that's still meditation or movement meditation, meditate. And the channel will show you everything. Go ahead.
So I have for you the start, and it is about hope, faith, a renewal. Like, I know that I've been going through a renewal, so that's kind of cool. It is something new. And within this meditation thing, maybe it is about changing what you've been doing, because it also talks, like this card, the stars, talk also about spirituality. And it is talking about renewal, and it's talking about trust. So it's maybe just a change of what you've been doing. Like, and just understand that you don't have to do the things that you feel that everybody else is going to approve of. Like, maybe you want to do a singing meditation, but you feel like everybody's going to look at you weird. Or maybe you're just tired of doing silent meditation. Then just go outside for a walk. Maybe this equates to something as just listening to music and staring at the ceiling. And it's just about understanding where you're going. It has to be something that gives you peace. It has to be something that gives you trust in the universe. And this is just a very good stage of life for you, Pisces.
It is.
Like, life is just opening up themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just about following your joy, following your passion, and everything else is just going to fall into alignment too. So don't focus on everything. Don't try to fix everything. It is following this one star, this one line that fills you with hope, whatever it is, even if it doesn't necessarily make sense to you. Like, if you're an accountant and your biggest dream is to be a comedian, then I promise you, if you go to a stand-up club and start doing your routines, somehow it is gonna improve your life as an accountant, and you're gonna get a raise, and you're gonna get like into the department that you wanted. It is all going to follow as long as you're following your passions.
Oh my God. Yo, shout out to you, AP. Oh my God, what did I say? I said it and I was like, I don't even want to say it because she's right next to me. But yo, check this. A lack of self-belief separates you from the oneness of the universe. Acknowledge the part of you that is here to play and accept your life purpose. Everything is in perfect order and working out as it should. Daily prayer and meditation builds trust. I can't make this up. I didn't even know it said that. And I started it off with meditation. Now, what I didn't have and what they're sharing, okay, as a part of Great Mystery, is to build trust with the universe is the real benefit of the meditation and the prayer. Because this is Taurus and the moon, really take the time to pray over your food. Everywhere you go in your environment, you're in the local markets, pray over your food. You're getting food from the delivery guy, third house, pray over your food. You don't know what that guy is going through who delivers your food in Didi or Uber or Uber Eats, whatever this stuff is you get your food from. You don't know what they're experiencing, but understand they're handling your food and they're delivering it to you. You don't know what the cook was going through when they cooked your food, but you're eating it. You're eating all those emotions, and as a sponge, you absorbing all that. So when you go through these flux and influx, understand that by taking a moment to pray over your food, one, you are protecting yourself. Okay? And two, it's what God is asking of you. And it's the way you're going to build trust in the mystery of life itself. Okay? So be disciplined with your prayer, especially with your food, and be disciplined with your meditation, primarily with the focus of building trust with the universe. That's the real reason. And so share that with a Pisces that you know. And drop the star emoji. If you watched this as a Pisces, to let me know that you were here. Drop the star emoji as you hit that thumbs up button to say, I am trusting the plan. I trust. Wait, did you just pull a star?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just realized I'll be blanking out sometimes. Look, and she pulled the star. This is what I love sometimes about like channeling, because I'm not even really here. I'm not really talking. I'm like out of my body. I don't know what card she pulled. Like I'm not even listening. I'm just like, and then there's a freaking star. So drop the star, Pisces, if you made it this far.
I actually thought that's why you were saying
no,
star.
it's not why.
Like AP already dropped the star.
No,
like...
it's not why. I didn't even. Oh, I thought that was a yellow heart. That's a star. That's a star. Yo. See, this is why people be hating Aries, yo, because we be saying the truth and we don't know what we said because we just said it so quick, so fast, so true. Dang. Man, I love being an Aries. Okay. Aquarius, seeking serenity, finding my comfort to express my truths while all keeping the separation between my 4th house peace and my 10th house of others. Yeah. Thanks for the flow of energies. Absolutely. And I did feel how hard that Aquarius message was, yo. I felt it from the beginning of me starting to feel. I was like, damn, Aqua, like, you didn't really want to hear this, but it probably was most necessary. It was hard for me to even, like, channel and pronounce it. If I'm being honest, I was like, what is going on with Aquarius? Like, mad distraction. And the House of Intuition said it best. So take it from an Aquarius. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up and the likes button. All right. Share this video with somebody. Tell them that the timestamps will be available. And so if you know somebody has a moon in Pisces, they have a rising in Leo, tell them if they're not familiar with astrology, hey, check this video. He has timestamps. You can make it very quick and very easy. Just listen to this. It's only going to be 4 to 5 minutes for that part. Don't worry about the fact that it's 1 hour and 30 minutes. And I want to say thank you. I appreciate y'all for checking in with this. Hit the thumbs up. If you're brand new, subscribe. We'll see you soon. We have more and more announcements coming for you with the retreat like we talked about. Yeah. The retreat is here, baby. October 2024. Intimacy with the self. Yeah. I love y'all. I thank y'all for being here. This is a pleasure. This is a joy. We'll see you soon.